Welcome back to Box Score Collectibles. It's Box Score Unwrapped. This is the boss man here with Baseball. Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, it's great. How are you doing today?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Having some fun with Series 1 and getting to chat with you about all the fun stuff going on this past week and coming up soon. Yeah. So what's up in baseball land?
Well, I got to take in some of my first live baseball action today. I went over to the University of Pacific here in Stockton and watched the Pacific Tigers take on the UC San Diego Tridents. And
Okay.
fortunately, the Tigers came back and won by a score of 6-3. So it was fun to get out there. Saw some friends I hadn't seen in a while. Of course, Ricky was there, as we know he loves to be at all the different events.
God, he's
Let's
living his
see.
best life now that he's retired. He is truly living his best life.
Also saw didn't know they were going to be there, but Chris Dunlap and Mike Botterini, a couple of our Cal League friends, they were out there today as well. So it was a great day. Sun was out. It was nice. It couldn't ask for anything better
Dude,
for the middle of February.
You can't beat that. Can't beat that at all.
Exactly.
Nice. Well, good to see the guys are getting into mid-season form, showing up to games. That's awesome. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. Oh, you also had a busy day yesterday, I heard. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of hanging out with Ricky.
I did something that's kind of out of the ordinary for me. I'm not big on basketball or football, but I went with Ricky to Cal State Stanislaus, the men's basketball team. They were playing the CSU Los Angeles team, and NBA Hall of Famer Michael Cooper is one of the assistant coaches there. So got to hang out with him. Not Michael Cooper, but Ricky, and we got to meet Michael Cooper at the end after the game. Signed some autographs, talked to him for a brief moment, and just had a good time. We met up with one of Ricky's new friends, and his name is Jeff, and he was there with a gentleman that should be well known among the Cal League Modesto fans. Mr. Frank Chong, he is the gentleman who really did all the legwork, it seemed like, for the late 70s through early 90s Modesto A's team sets. So he apparently was the photographer and the one that, I'm not 100% certain on this, but possibly printed up the cards for those team sets.
Wow.
So talked to him for a few minutes, got some contact info, and hopefully maybe we can either have him on or at least get an interview with him, so that way we can, air it alongside one of these podcasts one day.
Absolutely. That sounds perfect for a minor league Monday. I mean, literally from the inside of the card situation with the minor leagues, how it used to be, how it should be. Because, we know that right now, anything's possible with cards. All right. Well, good stuff. That sounds like a fun day. I mean, even if it was basketball for you.
Yeah. I mean, it was still fun to get out there, watch live sports. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I tend to enjoy sports when I'm at the games.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like being at a sporting event. That's awesome. Oh, very good. Very good. All right. This week
what were you up to this weekend?
This weekend, I am playing around with all of the Series 1 that I opened up on our Fresh Friday. Opened up a hobby box and a jumbo box on our Fresh Friday video here at Box Score Collectibles, and the other 3 hobby boxes that I've opened up off camera. Um, Amazing how many doubles and yet cannot finish a second set. I only finished the first set because you brought some cards over. I was short 2. How in the world? 4 hobby boxes and a jumbo. How am I short 2 cards? I mean, things like that happen. Well,
Yeah.
it used to be like a whole jumbo box would finish the whole set.
Right.
Now I can't even add 4 hobby boxes to finish a set. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this year, my jumbo box got me within 35 cards. I had 45 duplicates. I mean, I do expect duplicates, and I don't expect to complete the set from a jumbo anymore. I mean, it'd be nice if
Yeah.
we could. I just don't expect it. And it took getting those cards from you because I bought 5 additional hanger boxes. I had some nice parallels in those boxes, but
Oh
no
yeah.
cards, no base cards that I needed for the set. So, we were able to kind of complete both of our first sets, and maybe we'll do another one just so we have at a show to sell.
Absolutely. Because we do, when you come see us, whether it's here in the NorCal area or down in Phoenix for spring training, the spring training card show, we will have our recent release box. So if you're looking to finish your set without having to break the bank and you just need a couple of cards, come on down. See us. We'll be in slot 20, I believe. Yeah.
Kind of
So
same
yeah, we
place
got to
we
open
were.
up. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, just same place that we were before in the spring.
Absolutely. So yeah, come on down. So that means that we got to open up some more of Series 1, because I mean we got to have some of the inserts and parallels to be selling down there too after our own collection. So be ready, folks. We're going to have a lot of hangers hopefully to open up. We're going to check out some blasters, checking out the spring training parallels. I'm excited to see those. And then, of course, I mean, if we decide to pop in a jumbo box here or there, if we can find it, we'll do it. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I had a horrible jumbo box. Hobby boxes are always horrible to me. I don't like hobby boxes, but jumbos are pretty good usually. I had a bad one for our Fresh Friday, but you, my friend, wow.
Yeah, I decided to splurge on a jumbo box this year. At first, I was just gonna go for the hobby, trying to just do a set, try to keep it, reasonable as far as price. Um, but as I went to my local card shop, neighborhood sports cards in Lodi, I thought about it. The prices were good, and I mean, I think I paid about 180 plus tax, and grabbed a box. And then, as I was standing there waiting to be rung up, one of the other workers brings out another box, and the guy that I was talking to, he's like, because he asked me to pick a box, I picked one, and I had that one. He's like, "Well, you want to get one from the fresh case?" I looked at the case. I'm like, "Huh, all right." The way the boxes go in there, there's 6 boxes. 5 of them were facing one way. One was facing a different direction, and just for fun, not thinking much of it because realistically, is there anything to it? Who knows? One was turned a different way. I went ahead and just said, I'll get this one instead. And go through, and the in the very last pack, the auto that I pulled was one of the Big Hurt autographs, numbered out of 10. These are chase items. These are one in about 160 cases. I mean, like over 9,000 packs you have to open to find one of these. And I was fortunate enough to pull one. Also got one of the team color borders of the Cubs for I think it was Dansby Swanson. Some other parallels. But yeah, just to get that autograph, man, that made the choice very much worth it.
Oh, yeah, so there's a little insider trick. If the boxes turn the other direction, grab it.
Right? Yeah, if you're lucky enough to see the boxes come out of the case, if it's facing a
Yeah.
different direction, yeah. Then again, when you open up a normal case, I don't know. I've never really opened up a case myself. Haven't really seen them opened. I mean,
Yeah.
there could be 3 and 3 going different directions, and it's just what it is. What it is. But this one, five were facing one way, one wasn't. I was just like, okay, fine.
Hmm.
What the hey?
Went with it and rolled with it and struck gold.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. So very good, very good. Excellent. Yeah, those aren't the kind of cards we usually get. Well, let's be
No.
honest. See, this is what happens when you splurge a little bit and you actually get a jumbo. Good job there, Baseball.
Woo.
All right. So, yeah, what else is going on coming up for us? There's that thing going on in
This,
6 days.
the little banner right here.
Yeah, how about that? Upcoming break. We're talking about jumbo boxes producing, some either garbage or some really great stuff. We've got a half case break coming up this Sunday. Head on over to boxscorecollectibles.com to get your team that you choose. Baseball over there, he has put a different price coding on different teams. And hey, go find your team. Make it worth your while. We got how many teams already gone? Let's go over the wrap up.
We have 6 teams already sold. Basically, this is the updated list of what we've got and
let me
what's
remove the banner
available. I got
there we
go.
go.
Never mind.
Oh.
So far sold are the Diamondbacks, the Athletics, Astros, Royals, Padres, and Giants. So we still got quite a few teams left. All cards are going to ship. We don't want to keep anything. We would love to just get rid of and send out everything that we pull.
Absolutely.
We got some of the more popular teams still available. The Dodgers, the Yankees, and the Nationals this year are really hot with James Wood and Dylan Cruz as the primary rookie cards in the entire set. Both of them are on the Nationals. And just take a look, boxscorecollectibles.com, pick up a team or two, and then join us for the break. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do another giveaway or two, or just, have some fun.
You never know with us. We're wacky and crazy like that. We're nuts. All
For now,
right.
we're nuts. Yes.
Yeah. For now until the end of August. Hopefully the end of September. Go for that three-peat. All right. So yeah, good stuff. I'll put that banner back up. I'll put that one up. Boxscorecollectibles.com. Head on over. Check out what we got. Check out what we have that you want. All right. So this week, do we have anything going on? Is anything new coming out? Or are we just going to have a lot of fun with showing off some hangers, some megas, some blasters? Because we already had a hobby in jumbo. Let's do some of the retail. Been seeing a lot of it out there being ripped by like Striker and Jabs and others. So what do you think we got going on this upcoming week?
Well, I really think that there's not going to be a whole lot coming out over the next couple of weeks. Top's probably going to want to let the Series 1 wave ride for a bit. Some of the major resellers online, like Dave and Adams, Blowout, and Steel City, have listed a lot of the other retail formats to be available. I believe it's the middle of not this coming week, but the week after. So roughly about 2 weeks after release, we'll start to see the tins, possibly the super boxes, and the other. What were they called? Fun megas, or just other types of formats that they're working on.
Yeah, they got all kinds of different formats. Very interesting. I am very curious to see what these tins are going to be all about. Apparently, there's 59 cards in each tin. There'll be a base card tin variation, and then 2 base card tin holiday parallels, one 90s Tops baseball insert, and one Stars of the MLB per tin. It'll be interesting how it looks. I don't know.
I'm anticipating the tins that we saw in what was it 2020, 2021, those years,
Yeah,
kind of the rectangular ones. I don't anticipate anything fancier like the holiday tins that we saw. Um, at least I kind of hope not, because those are going to be hard to store.
yeah, yeah. Now, wasn't it that the yellow was supposed to be in the tin? Is that the tin variation base card?
No, far as I know, they went with basically all foil type parallels, and they
Hmm.
did, except for the retail. I think they did away with. Actually, is there even a retail royal blue this year?
I haven't seen anything yet, and I've opened up some hangers.
Yeah, I don't
So
recall seeing
yeah,
any. I think basically they did away with all the non-foil type variations. Because even like the Independence Day, the Memorial Day camo, and a lot of those that were typically non-foil have become a foil parallel.
yeah. It's very interesting. Very interesting the different cycle of parallels that they're doing.
I mean,
Hmm.
if you're chasing a rainbow, you got over 50 cards to try to get
Yeah,
between, and you have to buy all the different formats. I mean, of course, if you're doing a rainbow, you're going to be picking them off on the third party markets. You're not necessarily going to be, oh, I want to pull it from all the different formats, because that's going to be very expensive.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, there's like, I think 20 to 30 different parallels that you can get just from the hobby and jumbos alone. And then you got the retail exclusives, which are like um the sparkle foils, I believe they are, and then you've got the spring training foils and the blasters, which each have their own color variations as well. And then you've got the holidays that are going to be exclusive to the tin. So there's so much that you could go after. I like to see one of these rainbows when it's complete.
yeah. No kidding. Um, where was it? I saw somewhere on Facebook somebody had completed a full rainbow from last year. I don't remember who it was, but it was JT Realmuto.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was crazy to see. I liked it.
Wasn't that the same
Bravo to
person that
him.
ended up getting the basically the catcher's chest plate from that card?
Yes. Yeah, and that's why he got it. Why he was going after the cards, because he had gotten the chest plate, and he's like, "Oh, I got to get all these." That's awesome to me.
Yeah,
That's what collecting's about. I mean, honestly, it's the weird stuff. It's the authentic, be yourself kind of collecting that I love seeing. Um, yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, definitely. I mean, stuff like that's great to see. Because it's always nice when you can actually match up the gear to the card.
Hmm. I mean, it's great to see when folks can go through, find a card, and they actually go back and figure out what date and play where the picture was taken from. That's fun. But hey, to see an actual piece of the equipment from that picture, yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, definitely.
uh, all right. Well, what else do we have on the agenda for tonight? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, a lot of what's been taking up our time recently is Series One. We've
Hmm.
talked a lot about it. You know, it's kind of funny. We were talking about yesterday how the inset border for the 1990 anniversary variation is the team color, and I went back and checked a few of the 1990s, and that was what they were doing. I just
Was it?
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, at least the A's ones I was looking at between Henderson and McGuire. and Stewart, they had the green and gold borders on the inset. It was the outer border that was the funky colors.
Yeah.
It's just, back then, we didn't really look at the cards at that level. When we were collecting those sets, we were kids. We were
We were
like, I want my team. I want to get the whole set. I want to get them all. Got to catch them all type of thing.
there you go.
And
But yeah,
so never really looked too closely at what they were trying to do in the borders of the cards. And, after noticing that, after seeing that, I was like, okay, 1990 isn't as bad as I thought. I still don't like it, but it's not as bad as I thought.
you know what? I enjoy it while we have it, because next year is going to be 91. Let's be honest. And then 92. Those were some boring years. You're going back to the white border, but just boring. So enjoy 90 while we have it this year. And I'm
I'll
telling
let you
you,
enjoy it.
these mojos, these are great. I mean, just for these themselves, I want to go get another jumbo so I can open up some silver packs just for the Mojo 90s. Because I mean the 90 itself is not bad. It's not bad. But with the Mojo, man, that's great. Then we've been seeing some autos coming out of the silver packs that are just fantastic. Striker hit a Ricky Henderson auto with the black background, or the back area was black, and it was 3 out of 10. Ricky just looking at you going, hey guys, it's all right.
Yeah, no, that's a
Yeah.
great picture. That's one I hadn't seen before. And
Yeah.
just him sitting in the dugout on the steps, it's just, or on the bench, I couldn't tell which. But either way, it's a fantastic picture.
Yeah.
As because it's not something that you had previously seen.
Mm-mm.
At least
No,
I hadn't.
I had
So
not either. But yeah, this is the one that you're talking about. He's up on the step, just
yeah,
looking. I'm trying to. There we go. Yeah. No, that's a fantastic picture. And then with
yeah,
the auto and the background blacked out with that was just, yeah, that's a great picture. Great card. I mean, the 90s with the Mojo, I'm telling you, all the extra colors that are in it with the Mojo, just I can't wait to go through these and see which ones I personally think are going to be 10s and send them to SGC and have that tuxedo look around the 90s Mojo.
yeah.
Bro.
That will be nice. I mean, one of my favorites of the ones that I pulled. I don't have the cards here with me right now. They're in a different box that I can't access. But here's a picture of it. I don't know why. When I pulled it, I was like, you know what? I really like this one. It's the Larry Walker.
Oh, yeah.
Expos. It's one of those pictures that's a posed picture because he's definitely not batting at the time.
Mm-mm.
But I don't know. It's just something about that when you see it in person, it's like that's a nice one. It's probably
That
because it's
is.
one of those pictures you really hadn't seen before. It's great that they're using Larry Walker on the Expos because that in 1990 that's when he came up as a rookie.
Yeah.
The base one for the anniversary set, that's another Expos, a different picture. I do believe that he also has, I don't know if he has a Expos auto, but he does have a 1990 Tops auto on the Rockies.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
was looking at the Rockies checklist the other day, and I noticed it said 90 Tops, um, Larry Walker, which great, because what have they done? They've got Barry Bonds on both the Giants and the Pirates,
Yeah.
and then I feel like they really catered the autograph, the 1990 autograph set towards those players. Because I did see on the checklist, if you look at the Atlanta Braves, you got a lot of those guys like that were that played in the 90s. Where they weren't may not have been rookies or playing in 1989-90, but guys like Greg Maddox, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, you got those guys coming back on the autograph sets. So it's cool to see how they, kind of honor those teams. Since they're getting into the 90s, let's throw out 90s autographs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And I think what the Big Hurt also has autographs on was it the Yankees and no Blue Jays and A's.
Yes.
Those are going to be very interesting to find. I'm going to be excited to see those.
Oh man, I would not know what to do if the one that I pull was the A's. I'd be like,
dude, yeah.
I can't in good conscience let this one go.
No, that will be a struggle. I can see you struggling with that on Sunday if we pull that. You're gonna be like, let me buy it. Let me buy it.
I'll trade you. I'll give you the White Sox one. No, it'll be fine.
Oh,
but yeah,
it'll be fine. Oh,
it's
hurting your
fine.
soul.
Yeah. But yeah, just it's really good what they're doing. I just kind of wish they had done the Big Hurt base set like they did with Griffey last year.
Yes,
I think it would have been
that would
fun
be
to
great.
see that. It's unfortunate they didn't do it, but I'm glad at least they got the autograph set. Because he was the guy for 1990 Tops.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were other guys that you had the Griffey Rookie Cup. You also had I think the Larry Walker Rookie, which at the time nobody really paid a lot of attention to, but it's Frank Thomas. He was the chase.
Yep. Yeah, he was the chase that we didn't know should have been the chase.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know about it when I was collecting back in the day, and I've heard of folks that were like, "Oh, this isn't a good card," and threw it away, not knowing what they had right in front of them. Stories like that are crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you don't know what you don't know, and you never know what the future is going to be looking for. So, but
oh yeah,
since you bring it up, and the fact that Thomas was kind of the big chase in 1990, and the kid was the same in 89, that brings up a great question. Are they going to do something like this next year with the 91? And if so, who? There's several big-ish names, but nothing really, Frank Thomas or Ken Griffey Jr. like. I mean, you've got, are they going to do this for Pudge? Ivan Rodriguez, he came out in 91. Mike Mussina, the Moose, or maybe a Bernie Williams. Who are they going to do if they want to keep this going next year? That was a little thought that I had earlier yesterday. It was like, okay, the kid and then the Big Hurt, but then who in 91?
Chipper Jones?
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe, yeah.
Like if you buy a 91 top set, that's really the one that people pull out is the Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably why they didn't do like a full set. It's because maybe they're just going to keep it to autograph, so that way, when they get into these leaner years for like the rookies, they're not expected to put out a set like that.
Yeah. No, good call. Good call. Very good possibility. I'm excited to see either in update how they do the All-Star cards. Also, because I mean they did a really good job with the 88 redos and the 89 redos. So I'm excited to see the All-Star look come update series.
Oh, you mean the one they put in Series 2?
It wasn't in Series 2?
Yeah, because Series 2 typically they have half and half, 50 cards of regular, 50 cards of the quote All-Stars.
There you go. It is, yeah, you're absolutely right. Because then in update series, you have the actual All-Stars from this past year. Yeah, right. So in Series 2, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. see those.
Yeah, so I seem to remember those were more of they had the All-Star going up I think the left side, the words All-Star, and then didn't they have like a color picture with and then they changed the background to black and white or something like that?
Yeah,
Or at
faded it
least
out,
faded
or
out, yeah.
yeah. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. Now I'm loving these 90 redos. The Top Series one itself, I'm not a fan of. I haven't been since the first time I saw it. Honestly, not much has changed my opinion about it. How about you?
I like it. Yeah. I mean, I don't like things that are too fancy and ostentatious. I mean, um, I think this is going to be one of those where it's a design that I'm not going to be tired of by the time update rolls around. Because I was tired of last year's set by the time update rolled around. That
Really?
design.
Huh.
Because you had that. I mean, keep in mind, you've got Series 1, Series 2. I call it Series 2.5 sometimes, Pro Debut.
Yes,
You got Chrome,
absolutely.
you got update, Chrome
All the other
update.
chromes, yeah.
It's all the same design, and it was cool at first, and then all of a sudden it just was like, okay, I'm kind of done with the neon.
Mm. Now, yeah, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that. With this one, I am just done with the. I, I'm a stickler for little details, like the words or the city or the team name being upside down. That bugs me. If you're gonna put it portrait, they are upside down on the team, the league leaders, or the future stars, or the team name or city name on the landscape cards. It shouldn't be that tough. Talk to a collector. Nobody puts their cards in penny sleeves in that direction because then the back doesn't match if you put it right side up. It shouldn't be tough to figure out. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm weird like that. Let me see if I can pull one of them. What was the first league leader? Of course, I grabbed the stack that has no landscapes. But I mean, here's a Cubs team one. The CHC is upside down on the bottom. If you're putting it in the same direction as the cards are supposed to be on the back. There we go. Okay. All the cards are in the same direction on the back like they should. But then you get a team leader, just happen to have one right here, or a league leader. All the stats are upside down. All the names are upside down. Why? How tough is it? Apparently it's tough. Like I said, maybe that's just me. I don't want to put the backs being in opposite directions like they were in 2020 and 2021. That's just me. You're like, I don't know what to say. Stop complaining. I get you.
I'm just letting you go, man. I don't have I have nothing to contribute to that. I mean, because
hey,
if you because I mean, realistically, if you flip them around, the words around, I'm trying to imagine how that's going to look on the card. It might look, I mean, on the card in the landscape mode, it might look a little weird. I don't know.
It might.
It may look wrong at that point, and just. I mean, realistically, when they flip it, I don't think they should have the words at all sideways like that to be upside down, right side up on the landscape. The landscape, the words should flow with the landscape.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I get what they did because of how the design is, but at the same time,
they're the ones that designed it.
they should, it should all just be, running across the landscape, not just being parallel to or perpendicular to the landscape.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it's not going to change the fact that I'm going to go buy a bunch of this and still enjoy myself ripping into some cards. It's not going to change that.
Oh
Like,
yeah, of course.
as soon as this is over, I'm heading over to Walmart. I'm going to go get a couple of light bulbs and some hanger boxes. I'm hoping they had some last night, and I hope they have some more tonight.
Yeah.
It's not going to, like I said, this isn't going to stop me from going and getting some.
Well, and I'm just letting you go.
Absolutely,
That's what
I
we do.
appreciate that. Yep. Um, I am
Get it
still
out,
looking
Chris.
for archives. I mean, I'm still enjoying archives as well. I was at a GameStop and got some fat packs, and those yellows, the yellow parallels are fantastic still. I mean, I pulled a Gunnar Henderson and Andy Pagas. I mean, the yellow borders, gold border, whatever you want to call it, gold foil, yellow foil, fantastic, fantastic. I got a Brent Rooker, wrecking crew here for you. I love
I've got a
how,
couple of those already, but thank you.
yeah, I love how archives went back and picked some of the nicer inserts and then put them all together throughout the years. Late 90s and early 2000 inserts they weren't as flashy as what we have today, but they were nice. They were solid. And archives, I thought, did a fantastic job replicating that. So I'm going to keep getting some archives.
Yeah. I'm kind of chuckling at this comment. I don't know if it's tongue in cheek from from what you're just saying, but Titus or God is Great is saying, what do you think about the way they write the team names on the side?
It's horrible.
I mean, in the portrait mode and the portraits cards, I like it. It doesn't look bad.
Oh,
I'm fine with that.
yeah.
But I think they should have kept it on the long side and had it at the top when you had it as a landscape.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. And then, of course, the fact that they put the full word of athletics instead of just A's at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
That changes the whole font size.
Take one of the longer team names and try to cram it on the side. That's the shortest. Yeah, why not?
I mean, I get they can't put sack or whatever.
Yeah. And nor should they, to be honest. I mean,
No, absolutely not. Not if it's going to be a hop, skip, and a jump. And they put in the agreement that they were not going to be known as the Sacramento Athletics.
Yep.
I mean, until 3 or 4 years from now, when Vegas is like, bugger off, we want an expansion team, and then
it's not gonna
Sacramento
take that
gets the. Yeah, it won't take that long for Major League Baseball to tell the owner to go shove it and stay in Sac. I mean, I've heard they already sold out the whole stadium. For what, the first month they've sold every ticket.
Doesn't surprise me because that's the new shiny object. I mean,
Well,
let's be honest. Anytime you open up a brand new stadium, regardless, you're going to sell out all your tickets for the first month. I mean, if it's a major league stadium, usually the first year.
but honestly, I mean, I would say probably at least 12,000 fans are in Sacramento are actually Oakland A's fans that would go to Oakland. You yourself included. I can think of a bunch of them. So all that this changed was now the Sacramento fans of the Oakland Athletics don't have to travel down the 80 to get to Oakland. Right. So it didn't. Maybe that's why they gave Sacramento a chance, because Sacramento is gold and green. As much as some people want to think that they're black and orange, Sacramento is gold and green. Let's be honest. When the River Cats were in their heyday with Eric Chavez and Tim Hudson and all those River Cat legends coming through, Eric Burns, Rayleigh Field was packed. Now that it's the Giants, I mean, yeah, they've had some good ones. Patrick Bailey comes to mind. Matos, it didn't have the same feel as it did when the A's were the River Cats affiliate. Yeah, that's just my take. I know some people might not understand because they're not from the area, but my personal opinion, I think the A's should stay in Sacramento. I think we should be building that downtown ballpark uh, and get that going between Major League Baseball and Major League Soccer. Get that downtown stadium built at the railroads or the rail yard and just make everybody happy. Give Vegas an expansion team. And I'm not an A's fan. Let's clarify this. I am not an A's fan. Growing up, everyone in the neighborhood wanted to be the A's. I was the Blue Jays or Mariners, which is ironic because one of the kids from my neighborhood got drafted by the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
shout out to you,
Mariners.
Jermaine. All right, what's tied us up to? What do you think about the way they write the team? I heard many channels complain. So it's not just me. I mean, at least that's nice to know. But yeah, as soon as I saw that in the drawing with who was it, Ellie, when they released that one, I'm like, what? Because it's a landscape. I was like, that's not going to look good in a penny sleeve. That's not going to look good in your nine card page in your binder. They just it just seems like every year, if there's a way for Topps to find something to mess up, they find it. And still, the quality control is bad as well on some of the cuts. But that's just, I mean, that's tradition.
I mean, essentially, that's going to be how it is until they actually take over the manufacturing process 100%. I mean, if they're not going through and having Fanatics employees do the cutting of the printing and cutting of the cards, it's still going to end up this way. But what's going to happen is if they ever do take it over, then there's going to be a lot more stuff going out the back door.
We've seen that. We saw that with Upper Deck.
Yeah, either uncut sheets or like a lot of the miscut cards that don't pass QA. They're probably gonna be like, oh well, I'll just sneak some of these out and sell them on the.
We saw that with Bowman last year with some of the one of ones. How many one of ones were out there of the same ball player because the sheets weren't stamped out properly, and they somehow found their way through the back door.
Yeah. So basically, what Ty is saying is that a lot of people are complaining because it's hard to read.
And that's lazy. Sorry, go ahead.
I get what they're saying though, because it is just an outline font. It's not it's not a solid font. It can be hard to read at times, especially if the foil doesn't print properly.
I'm more concerned about the names and the fact that they go from light to dark, depending on the color, and then it's tough to read in certain lighting or certain angling.
I'll use your comment. No, I was kidding.
That's lazy.
Yeah, just be argumentative.
That's why I love the 90s. I mean, though, you're not missing anything in that kind of lettering.
No, because your eye is so distracted by the ugliness of the border.
They're fantastic. They are the 90s.
Oh yeah, nobody liked them then. People shouldn't like them now. No, but I do agree with the color of the font in the the player's name. I don't understand why they were doing like some light and some dark, because even with the foil, it didn't match up. Because there's some yellowish foils that had the dark, some yellowish foils that had the light. It's just like, let's be consistent. I mean, it's not like it was American League, National League. It was just
random.
No.
Yeah,
but if I have 21 channels say the same thing, then something is off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's be honest. They don't have collectors working at Topps or Panini. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. They
have some. I mean, let's be honest. They do have some, but they don't have them in the departments that matter.
Fair enough. Absolutely. They're probably the folks working in the warehouse with all the replica jerseys that were player event worn. They're probably the actual collectors, because I almost got a job with Upper Deck working in their warehouse. Collector. Yeah. It shouldn't be this tough. But once again, if everything is cut properly, then nothing's going to be a 10, or everything will be a 10 and it won't be worth anything. And if everything is designed fantastic, then they're going to be expected to do that every year. And that's just not feasible or realistic. So, but it does create great content to chat about amongst us collectors.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
19 out of 21. Yeah.
I wonder if the other two just didn't want to talk about it because everybody else is talking about it.
They're too scared. They probably own shops and can't talk bad about Tops or Fanatics by contract.
Well, you know, that has to be taken with a grain of salt. I mean, let's be honest. You can critique. I'm sure they'll allow you to critique, but if you complain and say this is garbage, like that one guy that got the product early, he was basically saying, "Yeah, all this is trash. All this is trash." Then he hits a giant card. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is great stuff. Great stuff. This one's not trash." Then he continues to say, "Oh, this is all trash." It's like, dude, you're opening the wrong product.
It's moments like that that make me wonder, how is it some of these guys have so many subscribers and we're stuck at 665? It just,
Yeah.
maybe because he got it early, so people subscribed to see what was going on. But I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, Titus. Love you to bits. Appreciate all the shout outs that you do for us here at Box Score Collectibles. And back when it was just me as Bossman Sports Cards, and you probably got, I would say, at least a quarter of our subscribers for us from your shout out. So I appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's just,
well, let's do more.
The problem is going to be twofold. One, until Topps gets the collectors in there, or even better graphic designers in there that are sports fans. They don't necessarily have to be collectors. They just have to be sports fans to understand. Until they do that, or until we stop buying product, there's really no motivation for them to change anything.
Absolutely. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm going to go buy some more tonight as soon as we're off of here. So I'll complain as much as I want, but it's not going to change my shopping habits. I'm still going to go enjoy ripping some Series 1. Now, of course, if I find archives, I'm going to grab that first.
Oh, then you should have been at the place I was at this afternoon. There's only maybe 10 blasters of archives there.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, good to know.
Can't give away all our trade secrets.
No, absolutely not. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have some more fun with Series 1. We've got the Arizona trading card show coming up in March. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
We're leaving for that 4 weeks from tomorrow.
We might be having some real serious fun, some behind the scenes kind of stuff. I still need approval from the Mariners before I talk about what I'm hoping I'll be allowed to do, or will be allowed to do. We will be allowed to do. But in between then, we've got our half case jumbo box break once again. Head on over to boxscorecollectibles.com and get into our Series 1 jumbo box half case break coming up in 1 week. Yeah, Sunday, the 23rd. Here are the available teams. 6 are gone, 24 remain. Go get yours. Get yours today. I mean, there's some good teams out there. I mean, Baltimore, they've got their stud young guys, and they've got some really good young ball players coming up. You got the Phillies at 30. Is it just me? Have you been watching any of these YouTube channels? It seems like to me like every other relic card seems to be a Philly, whether it's JT or Bryce or Trey Turner, including us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trey Turner, pulled the Phillies. Um, I mean, that's great. Don't get me wrong,
Well, I
but
know someone that pulled the a John Kruk auto, which is, I believe, a
ooh,
Phillies.
yeah, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. John Kruk, legend, love it, love it, love it. I hope they put the picture of him with his helmet on backwards in the All Star game. That would have been fantastic. Get him to autograph that one.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a classic Tops Now card if they had done Tops Now cards back in the 90s.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, your point is this though. With any of these teams that are left, even like some of the lower ones, I mean, how White Sox, Rockies, Marlins, they all have like relics and autos that we could end up pulling in, for just like $15 shipped. You can get
Yeah.
parallels. I mean, we've pulled a few Rockies parallels as it is. The purple out of 250s. I mean, those
Hey,
can go for
those
$3 to $5 each because of color match.
yeah, those color matches are nice. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
Did you get those or did I get those?
I think we each got one because I got was it Greg Jones, the rookie?
Okay. Oh, yep. I got an Aaron Stunk with the purple color match.
Mhm.
Yeah. 250. And then you got the Burleson color match here with the blue and the blue. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, all these cards have parallels. All these cards are gonna
Oh,
have,
yeah.
um, you know, 50 different variations of themselves. Gold mirrors. I mean, I haven't seen one of those pulled yet from what we opened up, but
Yeah.
I mean, could very well hit one. And for some of the pricing we have on the teams, I mean, if you get a gold mirror, I mean, you're getting your money back.
Absolutely.
I've
I
talked to
mean,
people that end up buying cheaper breaks, or cheaper teams in the breaks because there are so many parallels you can get.
yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Definitely make it worth it. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
And hey, because they're jumbos, you're not going to get stuck with a bunch of stars of the MLB. Yay! Oh,
SGC 10 Stars of the MLB set coming soon.
there you go. I mean, the stars of the MLB set actually doesn't look that bad this year. Um,
No, but I mean, it
definitely
reminds me a lot
different.
of the baseball stars autographs they've had over the last few years. Um,
Kobe Mayo, not bad.
yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, Stars of the MLB are nice. I mean, your first chance to get some of the rookies.
Hmm. We'll get
It's just,
tired of it quick.
oh yeah. I mean, if you go out and buy any blasters, I mean, I bought 6 more blasters. Not blasters, sorry,
Hangers.
hangers. Yeah, I bought 6 more hangers today. So that means I've got another 24 waiting for me in those packs. Which
Uh,
that's fine. I haven't completed the set yet. I'm probably halfway there right now.
I
So,
think I'm at 19 of the 30, so
but
almost
hey,
2/3 the way there. I'll finish them off tonight probably if I can find some.
yeah. And then maybe we'll have, by the time we come around to Arizona, we'll have a few sets made up for you already. And then,
Mhm.
for about $5, you can get a Stars of the MLB set with all those fun rookies like James Wood, Kobe Mayo, and I'm guessing is Dylan Cruz in that checklist? I haven't seen one yet.
I don't think so. I think they're holding off till Series 2 for him. You know what? That's a great question. Who is the Stars of the MLB set? 2025 Stars of
Yeah, because
MLB.
I know I've seen, as we just saw, the Kobe Mayo. Um, I
Yeah.
did get a James Wood. Um, then of course you got the
Oh, Dylan
elite
Cruz is in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
kind of figured he might, but then you still got guys like Ellie De La Cruz, Shohei Ohtani. I'm sure Mike Trout's in there. Aaron Judge is in there. So it's a fun set. I mean, it's overproduced if you by a long shot, but at the same time, it's an insert set that you can complete. And then by the time the season's over, you get all 3 series of it, you'll have about, like last year, 85 cards. It's not a bad set when you think about
It's
it.
not. It's not bad at all. All right. Trading card database. There we go. We've got rookie wise. James Wood is card number 18. You got Brooks Lee, card number 19. Kobe Mayo, card number 23. And then Dylan Cruz at number 30. Those are your rookies in the Stars of the MLB Series 1. So, not bad. Not bad. 4 of them. 4 rookies. Now, just for curiosity, who were the rookies in last year's Series 1? Let's see.
I'm sure it was, the big 3 that we had. Ellie, Jason, and I'm blanking on the other one.
Inserts. I'm getting there. There was a lot of insert sets last year.
Yep.
All right. Stars of the MLB. In Series 1, rookies, you had Jordan Lawler. You had Riley Green, Christian Encarnacion Strand, Ronnie Mauricio, Tyler Soderstrom. Was Adley Rushmore rookie last year?
No.
Was that a second year? That was a second year.
Second year.
Ellie De La Cruz,
Mm-hmm.
Pete Crow Armstrong, Henry Davis, Marco Luciano. That's pretty rookie heavy. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and Sal Frelick. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A third of last year's Series 1 Stars of the MLB were rookies. So this year they toned it back. All right. I'm not opposed to that. Yeah. Good on them. Was not expecting to go look that up, but that was fun.
Yeah.
Little things that come up in conversation that pique my interest. That's why I love doing these shows, these podcasts.
Yeah.
What in conversation?
And Titus is saying the Stars of the MLB needs to be revamped. I'm just curious of what he thinks, in what ways he thinks it should be revamped. I mean, I have an opinion myself. Personally, I think it'd be nice since they do 30 cards in the Stars of the MLB set to pick one player from each team. And pick one from each team, do it in Series 1, Series 2, because everybody has stars. Let's be honest. It's kind of like an all-star game in a way, but at the same time, we don't need a Dodger heavy Stars of the MLB set.
Well, then put a salary cap in. Stop them from signing
Celery has
stars.
Nothing to do with it. Celery juice helps, but celeries have nothing to do with caps.
Oh man. You know what? I am actually not opposed to having the stars be the Stars of the MLB because let's be honest, not every team has a top star. Every team has an all-star, yes. I mean, what was it, 2 years ago? The A's had Brent Rooker as their all-star. That was the only card that he had in the whole set. Series 1, Series 2, and update.
No, he wasn't given a card.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, he had no cards at all. He didn't even have
And
an
yet,
all-star card. The only all-star card
and
he had was the relic.
gotcha. So exactly. So not every team has a star to be in the stars in the MLB set. So he's saying design and all. Hmm, interesting thought. Uh, I'm not opposed to the design, but they could definitely come up with something new, um, and they will in 2026. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. But no, I'm not a fan of the idea of every team having one. That just reminds me of like the 1993 and 94 Upper Deck basketball, where they had one or two players from every team in the gold, uh, the gold insert sets. Um, but then again, if that's what you like, then yeah, hey, be even. I'm not opposed to it. Last year's Series 1 Otani was the Angels uniform, although he's with the Dodgers. Well, you got to remember, Series 1 probably gets started printing before the World Series is even over for the next year. Yeah, they start printing Series 1 way early. So that's the only picture they had. Unless you
Yeah,
want
and
some
then
Photoshop stuff, which they're not opposed to doing.
because I mean he was saying that, and he was with the Dodgers not until Series 2. Dodgers uniform with the same design. Well, yeah, that's one of the things about Stars of MLB that I do like is they keep the same design throughout. Like the holiday parallels in this year, the Tins, previous years, the Blasters. Like last year, I didn't like the fact that they were a specific holiday ones. So they were just basically going through and you know changing series 1 to series 2 to update series. So you had you didn't have a continuous set. That's why like the yellow parallels in
Mhm.
the hangers.
Yeah.
You could theoretically make 1 to 700 plus the US 1 to US 350 in the yellow set. And so keeping the design the same from series 1 to series 2, I like that part with the stars of MLB. So that way it becomes a continuous set, especially since they do continue the numbering as well.
Yeah. 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 I agree with that. And they did give him what different ones, one for pitching and one for hitting as well, if I recall. Or was that 2 years ago?
Now, I think
For
that might have
us,
been 2 years ago because I'm not sure, but
yeah,
either way, it's yeah, I think they should probably just do it once for per player. I don't think the player should be in there twice unless they change teams.
interesting question. Do you also, if you do a Topps Chrome MLB, should be different as it's worth more? Hmm. I'm not opposed to them using the same picture in Chrome because then that makes it just a Chrome flagship instead of a whole new set, which
Right.
is what you get with Finest. It was weird a couple of years back when they did the Chrome Sonic, was it, where they just put the Topps logo on the opposite side.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because they had the special parallels. They
yeah,
reprinted the Chrome design. I'm not. Yeah.
that was
That.
weird.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I'm not opposed to them keeping the same picture, which they don't in all of them. Um, I think some of the rookies they usually do a different picture as well. Um, could be wrong, but you really need to look for the number. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I like the if we're talking about same picture series 1 to Topps Chrome, I like that as well because it goes back to, what was it, 96 when the first Chrome sets were coming out. They were basically using the same design, the same picture, just making a Chrome version of the card. It's kind of like Bowman Prospects. You got the BP1, BPC1.
Yep.
And so that, that works to me to change the picture with Topps Chrome. I mean, I can see value in that, but if you're chasing rainbows and your players in both, it actually adds to the rainbow as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I could see that argument to where it makes it look cheap. Like they can't afford to have the rights to a second photo. But I think personally, as a collector, I like the fact that they do use the same picture, because then it adds to the luster of that photo. Just like, yeah, I mean, these 90s redos, I like the fact that the silver pack cards, the Mojos, they're the same picture as the insert, the 90s insert redo.
Actually, they're different.
They are a little bit different. Yeah.
No, they are
I'm
completely different.
yeah, I'm looking at them right now. You
Yeah.
are absolutely right. They're completely different. Yeah.
So that kind of leans into Titus's point then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, change the design a little, even if they use the same photo. Okay, we were actually talking about that with the vintage card with Joe Adell, how they actually did change the design, but kept the same picture.
Yeah, they made the contemporary look of the 2025 design vintage by changing it up. It actually looks a lot better. It's maybe because it looks different with the same type of design. It looks like something that you would have seen in like the 70s.
Let me just pull this out. And what number was that? Card number 211.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the vintage design, in addition to the design itself looking a little bit different, they actually used vintage stock. So the thicker cards that you would have had, not necessarily in the 90s because those were still pretty thin, but like in the late 70s, early 80s with the thicker card stock.
Yeah. So here's the regular Joe Adell. Okay. Here's the vintage stock design. So I guess that definitely goes to your point there, Titus. It doesn't look bad with a different design, but same picture, different design.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that vintage stock as a chrome design.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Just the way that looks, because I mean the foil and everything is nice on the modern version of the card, but like if they just did like a the chrome set in that vintage stock, I mean that or that vintage design, that would be kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, man. See, it's a great conversation to have. So yeah, I got the Joe Adell in the jumbo box, I believe. Vintage out of 99. So it does look a little bit different. Nice. Yeah, good conversation.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, maybe they could do something different with the stars of the MLB or Chrome, as you said. Could very well. But hey, once again, Topps needs to start listening to some of the collectors.
Or if nothing else, please listen to us.
Yeah, there you go. Too many voices, not enough ears. Could be an issue. All right. Well, hey, check out the upcoming break 2025 Top Series 1 jumbo boxes. We've got 3 boxes ready to be ripped into and coming your way with your favorite teams. See if they're available. Well, did we have anything else? But I'm sure if you do a podcast talking about such things would make for a good live stream. Hey, you know what, Titus? And that we appreciate you helping with creating a good live stream for us.
Yes.
You when you come in, the conversation gets a little bit livelier.
Yes, and definitely thank you for that. It's
Yeah,
always great to get other
absolutely.
opinions.
Tell your friends, come along. All right. So, Brian, you got anything else for tonight?
No, I think I'm good for tonight. We had a great conversation here. I think, we got, a lot of good stuff coming up with the break and with the Arizona show. And I'm looking forward to what we got coming up for box score.
Yep. And tomorrow we're going to have a minor league Monday. I'll be ripping into some 2021 Heritage minors. Got one more box to go through. I'm hoping to find some pro debut at a decent price around here. And I would love to get some more pro debut ripped into on a minor league Monday. So yeah. Yep. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. And then our not sure if we're going to have cards and coffee coming up on Tuesday, but if not, then we will have some fun one way or another. The only reason why I say I'm not sure, because we are having our town hall at the Modesto Nuts Baseball Stadium, John Thurman Field, for our season ticket holders. They get kind of a sneak preview on some of our promos, some of our jerseys, some of our fun stuff that we're doing at the ballpark. Try to make John Thurman Field in its last season the nuttiest place on earth.
Yay.
Don't kill my mojo. I'm trying to push through.
Oh man,
I'm not happy. I'm not happy about this being possibly the last town hall. But we will have something on Tuesday, whether it's recorded or an hour late. I don't know. And you know what? We appreciate you showing our videos at the hospital. We appreciate being able to help entertain the little ones that are there, and we try to have fun. So I hope you and the children have fun at the hospital watching us, ramble on and talk baseball cards. All right. Well, hey, we're coming up on the 73rd minute of this box score unwrapped here on Sunday, or for Titus on Monday morning. All right, Brian, you got anything else for us?
No. Thanks everyone for joining us. And if you're watching this on the replay, thanks for watching again.
Absolutely. All right. For baseball, this is the boss man here. Have a great Sunday. Have yourself a great rest of your weekend or the rest of your great Monday. All right. Take care. We are